Oh man. Copy this link and share it out so everybody knows, because it is time. It's finally time. We're gonna get the turbo winner. Well, I guess I should probably get the turbo. That would probably help, wouldn't it? Probably be a good idea to have the turbo in front of us. But of course, I was grossly prepared. Bam, bam, bam. Alright, so we got that. Let's see, let me pull this up here so I can view the comments. Oh man. There we go. What's up? What's up? Colorado in the house. Hey. Alright, so we got that. Alright, right, so we got that. And let's go ahead and grab this turbo. Oh. Bam. There she is. Let me see if I can't pick it up and set it up on my workbench area here. On my little shelf area here. Oh. There's some stuff I gotta take care of there. Happy Father's Day. There we go, there we go. Michigan in the chat. Mississippi. Vancouver. Mallory's here. North Carolina. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Oh, man. There she blows. It's not light, I'll tell you that. It's not light. And we've got the shipbox supply. Beautiful dual 2.5-inch flange. Hold on. Let me see. Do I got? I think it's 2.5 right here, right? I do believe that this is 2.5. No. What is it? 2.5. Yeah. Oh, let me make sure. Bam! Look at that. Beautiful. Well, you guys can't see it anyway because my back was in front of it. I was in front of it. Ohio, Kentucky. Woo! Louisiana, Michigan. All right, I see you guys. Ohio, Washington, Knox County, Kentucky. Look, I'm not gonna BS you guys. We're gonna take a few minutes just to BS and talk and kick it a little bit because I want to make sure, you know, it takes a little bit for people to get the notification and get logged on and all that kind of stuff. So, speaking of Father's Day, I can show you guys here. Let me take it off here. My girl's got me an awesome Father's Day gift, which is a new tripod. Ta-da! And of course I got a good meal and nice dessert and all that kind of good stuff too. But the tripod is going to be most important. It's going to help us out. I've been enjoying doing some stuff with this GoPro specifically and like the time lapses and everything. But like if you guys notice, the time lapse that I just did in the last video where I showed you guys, you know, Mallory putting the stickers on and all that, I zip tied the GoPro to a stool that we had in the garage because I don't have a tripod. Here is said stool. I've had plenty of tripods. A couple of them have gotten broken along the way. I had some cheap thin ones, you know, that just really didn't work super well. What's up, babe?
Just gonna adjust it.
Adjust what?
Your GoPro.
Come on, it should be good now. I can see it.
Okay, 'cause it's like,
Haters in the building. Oh, I can adjust it. Look, here, we'll bring it up some. We'll go, woo, we had to crank on a tripod. Tripod got to crank. But see, that was like perfect angle. See, I was right. All right. Missouri. I see the South. Here we go, checking in. Illinois. Yeah, stool equals quad pod, exactly. what's up with the other Camaro? The other Camaro is going to be still a long-term project, unfortunately. That is the one that should end up being really, really fast. Like the Camaro, the white Camaro twin turbo deal is mild steel and ladder bar and all that kind of stuff. Whereas the other one is 25.2, I believe, but it's all chromoly. So the cage probably weighs significantly lighter. Even though there's more cage in it, it still probably weighs less than the white Camaro. I mean, we'd have to put it on scales to know that for sure, but I would assume that to be the case. At least I believe so. So it is what it is. It's just chilling in storage right now, and I don't know. I'll be honest with you guys. Like, I'll tell you, I will update you guys on some stuff that's going on. Right. I had talked previously about moving, and we were supposed to move, but we were supposed to move shops. I wasn't going to move houses. We were supposed to move shops. It is now the 19th, right? I was supposed to move into the new shop the 1st of the month, and I had called those folks about a week beforehand, and they gave me kind of an attitude on the phone, like, we're writing a lease. And I was just calling, hey, you know what I mean, just checking in, seeing if you guys need anything from me. I had submitted the application. I paid an application fee, and I should probably ask for my money back, because this is kind of ridiculous now that we start talking about it. But I paid an application fee. Everything, application's good. You're good to go. You know, they do a background check and all this other stuff and blah, 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 blah. So I was supposed to move in the 1st, and I had called them. They gave me kind of an attitude, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm on your schedule then. I just will wait. It is now, I mean, obviously it's Sunday, but it's now the 19th. I still have not heard from these folks. They've called me before. They called me throughout the process, and it was a very rather large building, a large expensive building, with some fenced-in land and everything. It would have been a very nice spot, because we would have been able to have all the cars in one place at once, and I'm pretty sure all of the cars inside at once, as well as Shitbox would have had its own section off to the side and everything else. But they haven't hit me up, and I kind of just took it as a sign of, well, maybe it's not meant to be. You know, don't try to force things if they're not, you know, if they're not working out in your favor. So the game plan was to get the big building, and then we could have all the cars in one place at once, all the cars inside at once, and it would allow me to move on all the projects, you know, kind of, I'm not gonna say at once, but you know, okay, we get to a certain point with this thing, and okay, well, you know, we're waiting on something or whatever the case may be. It's not going to be here for a couple more days. Well, instead of, whereas like in this garage, if we've got a car torn apart, it's torn apart and it's here, and then we can't fit another car in here and have enough room to work. We could probably park 2 cars in here, but we would not have anywhere near, you know, they'd be on top of each other. We couldn't work on them, anything like that. Whereas if I had the other building, you know, I could be like, okay, well, this one's waiting on parts. Well, let's go over onto this one. Let's see what we can do with this, or let's see what we can do with that. That's not working out right now. So, unfortunately, you know, that just hasn't worked out. I haven't pushed the issue either, mostly because it was quite expensive, and I knew it was gonna, you know, take a lot of work and everything else just to keep that place operational. And I'm like, you know what, I don't need the extra stress right now. I got a lot of stress as it is. So happy Father's Day. Thank you. Matt, would love to be a part of your team. Come on down. Did you get the splatter off the front of the garage yet? Drives my OCD nuts. Amp, just for you, bud, because Amp is a very active follower, very active subscriber. I'm gonna go out here and show him this. I did. It's not perfect yet, but I did come out here and scrub that off. Also, we did start cleaning out all of the scrap metal and all that. And now, just so you guys believe me, not that you wouldn't believe me anyway, but I'll come show you. Matter of fact, here, let me take the, because walking around with a tripod is kind of ridiculous when I can just unclip that right there. Let me show you guys. On our to-do list, rent trailer. We rented a little trailer from U-Haul to go ahead and, that's how we took the scrap metal, and we've got some stuff. We've got a little bit more scrap to take, and then we've got some stuff to go to the dump. So I got to get all the rest of that cleaned out. Goodness. Who won? Nobody won yet. Calm down. Have not announced the winner yet. I'm just waiting because, you know, there's 210 people watching now, and people just keep coming and coming and coming and coming, logging on. So I want to give everybody a chance to log on real quick. Is Fool's Gold going back big block, or are you finally going to start doing the turbo kit on it? Man, I'm not going to lie. Like, oh, I drink.
Eat and you go live with the drink.
You're not a drink. I know it's going to be thirsty. You want to say hi to the people?
Hi to the people.
Oh,
oh, sorry.
I missed your head. Oh, man. What was I saying? Oh, first of all, shout out for the top chat, Chris Wade. I appreciate you. I don't know what that little thing on the stool is, but I like it. I mess with it. About the Vilva, Big Block. To be honest with you guys, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I think a lot of people... this place ain't paid for the splatter removal. My God, I appreciate it. I think a lot of people have a misconception and a misunderstanding of what goes on over here and how shit actually is. You know, yes, I run Shitbox Supply and I do YouTube for a living. You may look at other folks that do YouTube for a living. You know, example, Cletus McFarland does YouTube for a living, right? You got to understand that man right there, I don't think it would be unfair to say, makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, like 6 figures a month. Maybe not off YouTube, maybe, I don't know. Let me see. I'd have to do the math on that. But between all of his deals and everything else, like, makes a shit ton of money. Other folks that we know, I know all kinds of YouTubers. I know people that make, you know, $10, $20, $30,000, $40,000 a month on YouTube. We're not at that point yet. So as much as I would love to jump in and like big block and turbo kit and everything, I've got a lot of the turbo kit parts here, but I know what's going to happen, right? So for example, we start putting the turbo kit together, I can do that, but I still need to do the other stuff. The Holly is now on the white car, so I need to get another Holly system. You know, fuel system we can handle. You know, we've got Snake Eater on board. You know, but there's other things that would have to happen that is going to take up money and budget and everything. So just like any of you guys at home, like, I have to consider my budget. Right now, we're trying to get the white car going, and that car is gonna be really pretty fast. I know that maybe I didn't do a good job of expressing it in the last video, you know, the video I put up today of the car making its first passes. No bullshit, the first pass that car made on a small tire went 660 feet. Granted, it should have, it was at the track, but like everything went okay, from 4 to 10-ish pounds of boost, super soft, super nice and easy. Everything else went almost as fast as the Nova has ever gone with the big block on 300. So maybe I didn't do a good job of expressing that, but I was very focused on what was going on. I knew that there was, you know, I knew that, oh, I gotta look at this, I gotta look at this. I just, my focus was on the car itself. But that car is gonna go really pretty fast, and maybe, you know, I guess it really doesn't matter. More barbecue videos. Yeah. Excited to see the future. So, but like I was saying, so, you know, that car is going to go really pretty fast. So I know that if I want to start something, you know, and this goes back to like the El Camino. We have a lot of the parts to do the LS swap on the El Camino, or to put a motor in it, or whatever the case may be, but we don't have everything yet. So I'm trying to avoid starting that project, especially in a garage that can only hold one car at a time to be worked on. You know, I'm trying to avoid starting that project, then either having to wait for parts, either having the budget for them, or just physically having to wait to order them, or whatever else is going to go on. You know, right now in my racing budget, I've got a little surplus, but it's there for a reason, because I was going to buy some other parts and talk to the tuner and everything, talk to my friends, talk to the sponsors, and came up with the game plan. How about we take the car racing first, and then we see what the car tells us. We know where the limitations of E85 and intake temperature are, so maybe it doesn't make a lot of sense to spend 4 figures on another intercooler right now. Let's hold off a second. Let's wait. Let's see what the car does. Let's see how, you know what I mean, how all that comes together. We might find that it needs something else. You know, right now the front end's got some vibration. We got to figure that out. It could be the tires need balance. Could need a new set of tires. Could need, you know, some tie rod ends. It could need some parts up front that I was not expecting it to need. So that's where we get into, like, I got off this whole side thing of how, you know, are we going to do the big block? Are we going to do this, that, and the other? I would really love to buy a cam and lifters for the big block and jam it all back together and shove it back in the car and start rocking and rolling with that thing again. That would be cool, but I just don't know yet. You know, all of these things are dependent on budget and all that kind of stuff. Race fuel is $90 for 5 gallons. No, not yet. Well, at least not the one I use. I use X85, which is the race fuel version of E85 from VP. It's just E85 mixed with race gas instead of pump gas. The only reason I use that is because we don't have pump E85 here in Delaware. That's not something we have. So, you know, that's my only choice for E85. And I knew that, you know, pump gas isn't going to do what we want it to do. We're not going to make enough. We're not going to be able to make enough power on pump gas. And we could use a race fuel like a C16 or a C23, and those, you know, those are, I think C23 just went up to $150 for a 5-gallon pail. Right now, I want to say X85 is, at least when last time I bought it, was somewhere in the 60-ish, like 65-ish range for a 5-gallon pail. So yeah, pay $140 for 5 gallons. Yeah. No reason to spend $2,000 on intercooler when you spend the same on switching to methanol. Incorrect. Methanol is going to take at least, at minimum, a, you know, $1,300, $1,400, $1,500 fuel pump. I think the rest of the system might be okay. We might need a different regulator, but that would need a fuel pump. We would also need a completely new ECU system, because Terminator cannot run methanol. The wideband can only run fuel, gas, or E85. So we would need another $2,000 plus in computer. If I wanted to up my safety equipment to have the proper layers for running methanol, there's another $1,500. Methanol is a, I would say, comfortably $4,000 plus investment. So why not use the big block Chevy and the Camaro? The other Camaro is, it's completely bare. There's nothing in it. It's a bare roller. I've got a couple parts on the shelf that we could put on it, but that car needs absolutely everything. So I'm not really. We have a motor plate for a big block. You know, I don't know what the plan is going to be just yet. It's just something we got to kind of wait on and figure out. Forgot about the pump. Yeah, VP is a little more expensive. time already. What's up from Arkansas? I just paid $480 for 54 gallons of EP110. Methanol is harder on your motors too. That's not necessarily true. Methanol runs cooler. It's great. It's harder on your oil, but airplane fuel. Yep. What's the temp? Actually, today is like super nice. It's like 75 and breezy. Today has been the most beautiful day. It's sunny 75 with a cool breeze. York, Pennsylvania. We got about 242 people watching, which is not as many people as commented. We got an insane amount of comments on those two videos, which kills me. I greatly appreciate it, because there was a lot of great comments, a lot of cool comments. I tried my very best to at least read them all. You know, it was just cool to hear people, you know, in different times, you know, oh, I started watching this, I started watching that, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people said they were there from the beginning, which I think is a lie, because I don't think a lot of people actually know when the beginning is, but I appreciate it. So it was awesome to read those comments. The only thing that kind of, like, I was like, man, why can't we get that same amount of comments on all the other videos? Even if it's just to say, hey, what's up? I like the video. You know what I mean? You guys gotta help a brother out. It will help. I'm trying to tell you guys, having more comments, it will help the videos. And it'll help us get all of this stuff done even quicker. What kind of oil do you run in your turbo car? It's right here. Right now we are experimenting with viscosity, but I run Hot Shots Adrenaline R4, which is a 1540. You know, Hot Shots is a certified PAO at Group 3, Group 4 stuff. Very high quality oil. And right now we are, like I said, experimenting with the weight at 40. I think we may ultimately go to a 50 weight. We're just, right now we're trying things. So I'm actually going to send them a fuel or an oil sample, and they're going to, you know, put it in the lab. They have an actual lab. Like, I've been in it. I've played with the beakers and shit and filmed a little video. But so we use that oil. I use all their fluids, oil, trans, and then I use LX4 as a lubricity additive for the E85, just, you know, as a lubricity thing, because although not as bad as methanol, E85 is still kind of a dry fuel. Don't believe me. I just was working on something today and I got E85 on my hand. Run E85 over your hand and then let it sit for 10 or 15 minutes and feel how dry your hand is. You started before the TV show The Broken Dodger? Yeah, I started way before that. That's why I was trying to, absolutely, man, I appreciate it. Wasn't the Dodger made for the TV show? Yes, we did. The only reason I own the Dodger is because I got picked to do that TV show, so we built it for that. What if you fix the big block and put it in the car instead of the elevator? You really get a lot faster with it. I don't think so. I think that I think that people have a lot of misunderstanding of these cars, how they work, the level at which we're trying to make them work. You know, I keep seeing comments, oh, well, just put the big block in and put turbos on it. It's a, you know, it's a higher compression big block. It's got a big dome piston in it. I can't just, actually the piston's right here. I'll show you guys. See that? I can't just slap this all back together and put some turbos on it and send it. It doesn't work that way. So I don't think so. That thing weighs significantly more than the LS that's sitting next to it. You know, there's a million ways to skin a cat, but it's not as simple as, you know, I see a lot of comments, oh, just do this, just do this. Like, just because it's a big block, it could be a complete turd. You know, you can go grab a 454 out of an RV, and I guarantee you a stock LS, spray them both, and the LS will outrun the stock 454 every day of the week, twice on Sunday. You know, so it's all about what you do and how you do it. Everything is easy and cheap in the comment section. Yeah. What size garage you work out of? The garage here is 24 by 24. Compression easier to spool. Yeah. When are you coming back to English Mountain? We've got another race at English Mountain in September. Hong does it real good. That Nova's fine. Yeah. Hong's Nova costs, or the engine in his Nova probably costs more than the Camaro and my Nova combined. Ames oil is good all and got good grow, but they high good product rig. Ames oil is a sales pitch. Ames oil is not actually physically good oil. I'm trying to read these comments. Stay LS. Chat disconnect. That's weird. Your Camaro looking like a real serious no prep car. Yeah, I think that's why I've been talking about here recently about maybe naming the car, and I think I'm settled on a name. Part of that reason is because there's reason to why I think I've got the name picked. Matt, do you have dumps on the transmission? That 1-2 shift. Hey, good comment. I do not have dumps on the transmission, and that 1-2 shift is scary. Not because on the track it's fine, but on the street, I've felt it on the street just driving it, not making hits, just, you know, cruising and then laying into it and hitting the 1-2 shift, and it upsets the chassis. It makes the chassis move in a way that it should not. It's a super hard shift, and very good question and very good notice of that. That is something that I do want to address, which, going back to the previous conversation about stuff I wanted to buy and whatnot, there's something that we may have to find a fix for that I didn't know we were going to need to fix. So boom. Oh my goodness. What's the next race you'll be at? The next race is next weekend, June 24th and 25th. I'm throwing the race, Shitbox No Prep, Twin River Raceway, Coburn, Virginia, Friday and Saturday, Friday night and Saturday. We're starting, you know, gates open at 2, I think, Saturday. So that little bro race the truck. That truck is a death trap. You guys don't understand. That truck was just made for TV. All of the extra shit that I did with it, we should not be doing. Like, I got it to go at Cincy one night. I got it to go 698 to the 8th, and no BS, that's too fast for that truck. Money allowed. What would your favorite combo be? I would love to have an aluminum big block, you know, turbo deal. That would be awesome if I had unlimited budget. All you gotta do is the Concord in Ohio is a BES motor. They got some good stuff. Yeah, call BES and ask them for a big block, a turbo big block. Oh my goodness, these comments are jumping around. Nice turbo there, always something to get. Love seeing the progress. Dodger, a big nice flower pot in the front yard. Yeah. No, we'll still, the Dodger, like, people have asked me about, you know, what to do with the Dodger and blah, blah, blah. My understanding is we. My understanding, as of right now, and this is like off-record stuff, nothing official, but I don't know that they are ever going to do the television show again. I don't know that season 1 may have been the only season. With that being said, it's super cool. It is a piece of history, of my personal history. It is not worth any real money. Like, the truck really is a piece of shit. Like, somebody made a comment one time. It was like, the Dodger's the best thing you've got, and the most consistent, and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, bro, that is so far from the truth. The Dodger is a total thrown together pile of shit that was made for television to just go and do that. We weren't supposed to go above. I think they wanted to like keep us under 40 miles an hour in that compound or something. Like, so it was never meant to. It's worth more to me in sentimental value. To one day I'll have grandchildren. I'll say, hey, your grandfather was on this television show. Here's the truck. We still got it. Yeah, and like literally, I'm just holding it onto it for that. Or you can call and get a big block, free big block. Yeah. What is your shifting RPM range in the white car? Right now, is shifting at about 7,000, which is really still pretty low. You know what I mean? It is, but there's reasons for that. You know what I mean? I support Matt very bad. Yeah, the Dodger would be great. Like, I would love to race Matt again because now the Dodger actually runs 7.0. The first time when I took it to No Prep Kings, I had no idea what it would run, and the first pass it ran 7:30. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, we can turn it up a little bit more and all that kind of stuff. But now now I know how to make it go 7.0, so it would be fun. Half of me says I should have just said screw all of this shit, put the Dodger back together, traveled around the country with No Prep Kings, and ran 7.0 index, and probably taken a handful of those races because I could have made that truck go 7.0. And I think a lot of the people that would have come out to that, a lot of people that race in that 7.0 are bracket racers that are not used to an instant green, where I feel like I would have had a slight advantage. What did you have for dinner? We had chicken and beef kebabs with macaroni salad, potato salad, and then had cheesecake and pineapple upside down cake. Matt, is the front end wobble fixable? You seem very concerned. I was just concerned. It's not a huge deal. It's just it shouldn't be happening. Number one, the front end should not wobble, and I don't know what's causing it. So my concern was, what is the issue? I don't know. Like, it's one thing if I'm like, oh, this is wrong. Right now we believe that the O2 sensor is acting up. I'm not that concerned about it because I know what it is. I know it'll probably fix it. Everything else, I don't know what's wrong with the front end yet. That's why it seems so concerning. Favorite cut of steak? I've been trying some different ones. At the grocery store, they had a little sale on T-bones the other day. I was able to get me one for like $7, so that was dope. Because it was like they were like $7.99 a pound or something. So the T-bone was pretty nice. But I think my favorite right now, when I go to Texas Roadhouse, I love just a sirloin. They're very delicious, prepared very well. But when I cook at home, ribeye. I think ribeye is my favorite. Nova with Ellison twins, white Camaro with a big block and huge twins, and turbo 400. That would be awesome. If you can, but we need a lot. Number one, that big block probably wouldn't work. It's a factory block deal. you know, we would probably need an aftermarket block, different compression, all that kind of stuff to make that work. Plus, to make that thing fuel injected and everything else. Oh my goodness. Your caster camber is out. It might be. It might be. Might be warped rotors. No, because it's not while braking. Maybe you bent a rim when that thing wheelied. Possibly. I was thinking about that as well. We're gonna probably take them front wheels off and put them on a balancing machine, see what they look like. You didn't season your steak in the grilling videos. Because you don't season steak. Salt and pepper is it. That's it. That's all you need. You don't put none of that. There's no, we don't do that. Salt and pepper. That's how you season steak. Whose cars are in the pictures behind you? Those are all mine. That is me and my Audi A4, like, I don't know, 10 years ago. That is the, what year is that thing? Early 50s. Chevy 4-door. We built that car in this garage, and then that's the Nova, obviously. Wagyu is the thest steak because, oh yeah. A great Roadhouse, absolutely. Dumps will help you spool faster and safer. Yep, and then we also talked about the problem is there's no. There's nothing on the shifter that can tell the computer what gear we're in. So if I wanted to do dumps on the shift for the 1-2 to calm that 1-2 shift down, it'd have to be time based, which means I would have to hit the shift dead on every time based on a timer, which is going to be next to impossible. You know, especially we race so many different conditions. We start at so many different RPM levels. Maybe I could do some trick stuff where I could wire it to the shift light, and when the shift light comes on, it hits the dumps. Something like that. We could do something. How'd the Camaro feel with the rear gears? It felt good. Felt good. The 430 feels good. It rides out first a little longer than I was expecting. And you know what I mean? Oh, I guess Mallory's giving instructions. Is that a big block? Yeah, that's the big block. Any steak cooked over medium is ruined. Absolutely. I like my steaks medium. Matt, can you feel the wobble in the steering wheel? Yes, I can feel it on the steering wheel. Air shifter on same timer. I can't do an air shifter, at least not with the way that it's currently set up. Reason being is the way that it's currently set up. You guys noticed in the video, shifting is 1, 2, 3. I'm pulling it towards me to go 1, 2, 3. So it would require a different shifter. I would have to do a complete reverse pattern shifter where like park is down here and then it goes 1, 2, 3 up in order to actuate it, unless they make an air shifter that pulls it back. But I know that like the electric solenoid shifters, which I have one around here somewhere, it's just like electric solenoid that pokes out and it literally just pushes the shifter. We can't use that because the shift pattern it pulls. So yeah, if I had an air shifter, it would be great, but I do not. 660 first pass, just guessing. Nope. No. 660. I'd have cried if it went 660. What's the dome on that BBC piston? I have no idea. Could be a flat spot in the tire. Yeah, I mean, it could be tires. It could be there's a laundry list of stuff that it could be. That's just why we gotta keep getting after it and keep figuring stuff out. And you know, like I said, as much as I would love to, I wanted to buy an intercooler, and I also wanted to buy a valve body for the trans so we could have second gear leave for shitty surfaces. But I said we were going to hold off because I might need new front tires. I might need new front steering components. I might need, you know, we don't know yet. Right now, I know I got to buy a new dipstick or get a new dipstick because the oil dipstick is spraying oil everywhere. So short shock travel sensor at the cable to read gear. That's a good idea. I could do that. I happen to know the dudes at Low Dollar pretty well. Will there be a shitbox race anywhere close to Illinois this year? Probably the closest is going to be Ohio. Bent control arm. They didn't look bent. Didn't reverse mount the shifter. I can't. Well, then the clicker thing wouldn't work. I guess it would. Whatever. Yeah, I would need some parts. I would need something. $540 sounds good. I wish it went $540. Translate good. Hughes makes a dumb kit. Yeah. I know. Look, there's companies make parts. I know. We got to be picky and choosy. I think a lot of people, and it's hard. I get it. A lot of people watch YouTube and they pull it up on their TV or on their phone or whatever. Actually, really surprising. I looked at the statistics the other day for a video, and like half of the views were on television, not on the phone. I really thought like 90% of the views were on the phone. So let me know. Let me know in the comments. Whoever's watching live now, do you guys watch on your TV or on your phone or what? But really, there was a lot of people that watched on TV. I wasn't expecting it. But when you see, when you watch this stuff, I don't, I'm a normal guy. I'm just like the rest of you guys. I don't have a budget where I'm like, oh, well, we can just, spend 10, 15 grand this week and buy absolutely everything we need, we want, we wished we had. I don't have that kind of budget yet. I will one day. One day we're going to have, 100,000 subscribers plus on YouTube. Shitbox is going to be going off the chain. These things will happen. I've already seen it in my future. I know, like, I can envision it, but we're just not there yet. We're in the part of we got to work really, really hard and bust our ass to get there. So, it's I can't just, oh, well, just get this. Believe me, I wish I could, but I'm more like you guys. Like, I got to count my pennies, and I got to figure out, well, when can I get this? How can I do that? Everything else. TV. Yeah. Phone and TV. Phone. Laptop sometime. Yeah, there's some laptop. Yep, it's what I got at the moment. It's not unlimited, but we're gonna make it work. We've been doing a very good job of making it work. I've had some help. Huge shout out to Snake Eater. There's a reason they've got the big stickers on the cars, on the car, because Snake Eater and Shitbox paid for that car. I'll be straight up with you guys. I'll tell you the truth. That's how we ended up with it. So, priorities. Yep. Mount the shifter backwards. Yeah, but then it would be, I wouldn't be able to use that solenoid driven. We'll figure it out. Trust me. We'll put a shifter on it, because the one thing that I would really like to do is be able to drive that car with both hands on the wheel, but also I would like to be able to control the shift from the keyboard and not from my hand. I would like to tell it, this is all about tuning and how things work and how you make it go down a surface and everything. I would rather have the computer do that. So if I'm like, between 1-2, or for example, our 1-2 shift is incredibly violent right now. So maybe the answer for that is we just shifted earlier, which is going to probably kill some ET and everything else, so we'd have to play with it and figure it out. But if I could set the computer to say, hey, let's try, I shift at 7, let's try shifting at 65 and see if it calms down that 1-2 shift and we don't lose enough ET and we don't lose enough RPM, and we don't drop a significant amount of RPM, and it still works. Maybe that's the fix. The problem is then we have to set up a full table to have all 3 gears in it, because the shift would be just set up at 6500, so it shifts second to third, unless it saw that it was in the gear, all that kind of stuff. Goodness, that's a lot of, you guys are making my head spin, but I got it all up here. Hit the scramble off a line. That's one thing I forgot to do yesterday. I forgot to hit the scramble. Well, the first pass I wasn't going to anyway. I just wanted to make sure it went down. I should have hit the scramble because everything was good, so I should have just went boop and seen what it did. To bet anything right now, prices and wait time, yeah. Long fade out from the back. Yeah, when I left, it left and then it kind of bogged down a little bit. I think that was the tire just sticking super hard. Maybe come out. Well, the button on the shifter right now currently is the trans brake. So, man, these comments are jumping. Hold on, let me refresh this. Comments are going ding 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 right now. It's craziness. Do you think you'll be getting any more testing in before your shitbox race? I hope so. We had a game plan of what I wanted to do before the shitbox race, part of which was mounting that front end. But now we're at the point of I don't know if that's going to be the priority at the moment, because we've got some other stuff that might take some priority. I feel kind of bad that I'm like looking away from the camera. I guess it doesn't matter because I'm answering your guys' questions and stuff, but move the camera a little bit. That 1-2 shift is going to be very dangerous on a sketchy street pass. Yeah, on a good street we'll be fine. On shit streets, that it's going to be an issue, that 1-2. Yeah. How that pepper workout on your radiator, mine just sprung a leak. Don't do it, Bobby Frank. Don't do it. I'm trying to tell you, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. You must get frustrated answering the same questions over and over. Generally not. Generally, if it's the same question over and over again, I'll just skip it. Like, I'll see it and I'll be like, yep, I've already answered that one 17 times today. So, if the dust in the Nova was gold dust, yep. Nope, I've got no plans to go to Ohio anytime soon. I see 2 nitrous boys, TV and phone. Crazy bastard. Yeah, that's me. We'll allow that comment. 300 watching, but only 100 seats. Yeah, people slacking. What do you think about that UFO truck, Matt? I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. What folks need to realize, and this is also like why I get kind of bent out of shape about the front end thing on the Camaro. Like, I don't give a shit about the front end of the Camaro. I'm planning on putting it back on. We plan on doing something. I want it to go back on correctly and kind of match some of the other stuff we've done to the car, as far as, you know, Mallory did paint it, but now we're going to have to cut it up, so it's going to have to get repainted and all that kind of stuff. But the purpose of this car is to win races. You know, I've done plenty of traveling across the country. Went to plenty of races and, you know, gone out first round, gone out second round, gone out third round, never really got anywhere close to a semifinal or a final. And, you know, it's about goals, and the purpose of this car is to win races. I don't give a shit if it's got a front end on it, a back end on it, or a roof on it. Like, if it is going to help me accomplish my goal of wanting to win races, don't get me wrong, I enjoy racing tremendously. It is a ton of fun, and I continue to have fun. But I think that we could all agree I've done enough racing for fun. You know what I mean? I've done my fair share of it. I've traveled the country. I've been all over the place. I've done all of that kind of stuff. You know, and I think that racing for fun, I've done it. Right now, I want to race to win races. That truck, for example, that is built for one purpose and one purpose only, to win races. I don't think you guys understand. Like, we win one of these $20,000 no preps. Like, that changes a lot of shit for us. We're definitely getting a couple ribeyes, you know what I mean? But, you know, the cars can get some pretty decent upgrades I say that parts are expensive these days, so but you know, it can really move our program forward. You know, you win one of those $20,000 payout races, it could be life changing. You know, you win one of those 30, 40, $50,000 payout deals. I mean, that's life changing shit. You know, the folks that we went to that race in Tennessee, back of the track, the come up deal, right, where they were supposed to pay $250,000, they didn't, blah blah blah. Everybody was upset, this, that, and the other. I think I forget what they paid out. It was, I don't know. I want to still say they paid out like $150,000 or $170,000. Like, they paid out six figures, and it got split between like six people that got like $37,000. Bro, if you handed me an envelope with $37,000, like, that's going to change some shit around here. And the thing that people need to understand is people have realized that. They realize that these races are paying that kind of money, and shit is crazy, and it could be life changing. So I can understand why people would build a vehicle to do nothing but win races, and that's all that vehicle is. That vehicle is just made to win races. That's it. Any plans for the first Camaro? Yep. I don't know. People are getting in their... If you're getting in your feelings in your comments, please don't. Because nothing I say is meant to get people in their feelings. Ooh, yeah, Australia only gets the scraps of our ports. Here we go. I'm just trying to skim through these comments real quick. Gotta win one, and once in a while it's not fun if you're going. Absolutely, you know what I mean? Absolutely. Have you checked the welds on the front of the car from the power wheel? Yes, I've looked over the front of the car when we had it up on the lift, even before we had it up on the lift, all that stuff. No front end on the new build is easy spot leaks, loose hardware, rubber wires, and like, absolutely too. It really does help. You know, as silly as it sounds, to not have a front end on that car, you know. Look, for example, the oil leak. I found that oil leak like that. I stuck the GoPro on the windshield, found it like that. Had we not had that, I would have found oil. We probably would have chased our tails for a while trying to find that if it had a front end and a hood on it. 160 or 170, yeah. Shit, 5 or 10K makes them, exactly, like just winning a $5,000. And that's the other thing people don't understand. Everybody, I see a lot of no prep races right now. The reason why Shitbox exists is exactly because of this shit right here. $300 buy-in, $400 buy-in, $500 buy-in, $600 buy. I saw somebody try to do a $750 buy-in. Like, bro, it's tiring. I would much rather, no bullshit, if my local track would do a no prep and do $100 buy-in and 15 cars showed up, I would be happier than a pig in shit to win $1,500 if I won a 15 car shootout at the local track that took me, you know, an hour to get to. Would be awesome. Every race doesn't have to be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000 to win. It doesn't have to. I think you'll get a lot more people racing if the buy-ins are better. How's the cigarette smoking going, Matt? Daniel, good question. I was going to pull up my phone because it's on my phone. I have not had a cigarette. Let me see. I got a little app on my phone. It has been 42 days since I've had a cigarette. So, I'm not going to lie. I have been using a little vape thing, but I've been trying to go down and down on the nicotine and stuff. Here we go. Blah, blah, blah. The right front tire has a bad spot and the tread has a lump. All right, so yeah, before we're gonna go rip the front end apart or anything, probably gonna see how those tires balance out. Take a closer look at them. Are Canadians allowed to race at these races? Absolutely not. Why would we allow Canadians? No, that's like a really silly question. Like, why the fuck wouldn't, like, we're not, I mean, that's not racist because it's not a race against a country. Like, nobody hates the Canadians. You guys are like the nicest guys ever. I know Canadians. Usually super, super incredibly nice people. Small tires are big, exactly. GoPros are, yes, big. S10 Blazer. Chris Wade, keep it up, my man. Thank you very much. I've seen that bracket break before on the dipstick tube. Yeah, on the LS, like the factory truck ones, like right there where it's like, I don't know if it's spot welded on or whatever, but I haven't pulled it apart yet. Yeah. Shake is more than likely a flat spotted tires from sitting where a bent wheel won't be a big deal. A bent wheel is a big deal. Those are very expensive wheels. So front rim. Okay, so definitely. Thank you guys, because that definitely helps out. We're gonna start our plan of attack by going straight for the front wheels. Look at the Audi on the wall. Damn right. That thing, Audi A4 4-cylinder 2.0 turbo. When I had gotten it without, I think it wasn't tuned yet, or maybe it was, but ran 1501 in the quarter, and then I put some nitrous on it. Never really got to do anything with it. Get rid of the G body. I haven't had a G body in a long time, but I wish that I did. Giant money. Yeah, exactly. We don't got to race for giant money, man. I would love to, you know, people ask me, oh, why don't you go to this place? Like, there's some places closer to home. Well, because every weekend they do a no prep. They want to do a $300 buy-in and charge $50 plus a head to get in. And, like, don't get me wrong, dig or die is great, but I might do one dig or die a year, maybe two. Like, you know what I mean? You plan on being English bound in September? Yep. Need to know from TV. Absolutely. So the shitbox races, I'm throwing the shitbox races. I have to be there regardless. It's my race. I have to be there. So, does it only shake on deceleration? No. Is it shaking on acceleration in the second pass? If you guys notice, take a look at the GoPro video and look at my left arm, and you can see it shaking a little bit. How many moose power? Ball joints. Hope it's a tire, not the rim. So do I. If it's the tire. Oh, the Elko is a G body. Oh, but the Elko is not mine. Could be shaking from not enough power in the tune for the car. It could be. Mallory's a G body. Yep. I screwed that up. When someone brings up smoking, does it still make you want one? Almost 2 years. Sometimes to think about it. There's been some days where I'm like, I really want a cigarette. Being around people that smoke, I'm kind of like, I kind of want one. Yeah, I don't think there was a fucking bent wheel on that bicycle. I don't know. I'm not like a mathematician. I can't tell you, you know, how a perfect circle is, but intercooler piping. Yeah, this is intercooler piping. That's turbo LS headers. This is all big block ports down here. I think we've got some. No, that's 2 1/4. So that's 2 1/4. I think there's 2 1/2 back there. There's 3 up against the wall. We got all kinds of shit. Elko is 50% yours. Yeah. Shifting pretty hard. Yeah, the car shifts very hard. We're gonna have to figure that out. I don't know. We could do. I mean, there's things we could do. It's just nothing that is guaranteed to fix it. What I mean by that is we could try time-based things. Like we could do. you know, like we could do a timing retard 3, well, it wouldn't be 3, but we could do a timing retard 2.2 seconds out, but then we would have to know that I'm hitting my shift at that 2.2 seconds and everything. Like we got to figure something out to get that car to shift a little better. Maybe I'll talk to Derek about it and see what he thinks, but we'll go from there. What was the first vehicle you ever went down a track in? First vehicle I ever went down a track in, Cecil County Dragway, was a 1991 Nissan 240SX. Bone stock 4-cylinder deal, 5-speed trans. Bam. Matt, what's your local track? So where I live right in the middle of Delaware. So there's only one racetrack in Delaware. That's US 13 down in Delmar. That one is like an hour and 15, 20 minutes away. And then Cecil County up in Maryland is an hour and 5 minutes, 10 minutes away. Like I literally, where I live is just about in the middle of both of those tracks. Mallory, you guys might, KA24, yeah. You guys might want to chill out on that. I don't know. Nitrous sprayed Pacifica's going into this, yeah. How did the swap rims work for you? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Mike. You can do a timed input, yeah, but it would have to be time based because there's nothing that tells the computer. There's nothing that tells the computer what gear it's in. So, and fun fact for the day, because you guys are gambling on Mallory beating me in a bare knuckle fist fight, I was an amateur MMA fighter at one point in my life. So, Ty, I was thinking about it, but that didn't work out. All right, so we've got 300 plus people watching. We've been live for an hour now. I guess it's finally time. We're gonna start going over. Trying to get Matt the black guy on Father's Day. Nitro shifter, use button for timing retard right before you shift. Well, the button is the trans brake, so I would have to move the trans brake button to the steering wheel and blah 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 blah. And believe me, guys, I'm on it. It's something we're gonna figure out, but we got to figure out first. There's other shit we got to figure out first. So, would you rather run 24X or 58X? I'd rather run 24 because it's cheaper. They're easier motors to get. They're cheaper. Yeah. All right. So, back to what I was saying. We're gonna my wife and I are cracking up. We're gonna go ahead and figure out running this giveaway for the turbo and the flange, right? Now, here is the deal. This is how we're gonna do it. Because there was 2 videos I said to comment on, right? 2 videos, but the comment picker can only pick one video, right? Like we can only put one video in at a time. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna change it up, and I'm gonna be that dude, and we're going to pick 2 winners. Now I know what you're thinking to yourself, Matt. You've only got 1 turbo. Touche. Very true. But what I do have is, we've got merch. We're gonna put together a nice little swag pack, and as a way to say thank you, because I really, really, really appreciate you guys making all the comments and everything else. Like, it means a lot. So I'm not sure what we've all got. I don't think we got any more hoodies because it's summertime. We usually stop buying them, towards February and stuff. We stop reordering them and that kind of stuff. But we've got a couple of different shirts. We've got hats. We've got stickers. We will put together all that kind of stuff, and we will make it make it 2 winners. So the way we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna explain this now. I couldn't think of a good way, and I've already screwed this up, babe. If you're still watching, yeah, babe, if you're still watching, can you bring me a quarter? I need a quarter specifically. I hate doing coin tosses with like nickels and dimes and small change. Like, it's got to be a quarter. It's got to be big. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull it up on the computer here, and you guys should, at this camera angle, and maybe I'll move it a little bit and move the computer just a little bit so you guys can see it. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna pick, use this random comment picker thing, and I'm going to shelf crooked. No, so the way, because of the wide angle lens on the GoPro, like sometimes shit looks crooked. I noticed that in the in-car video of me driving a Camaro. I'm like, why the fuck does my passenger window frame look crooked as hell? Like, it's not crooked. I made that thing straight. It's just the linear view, whatever. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna pull up the YouTube random comment picker. I'm gonna do both videos, right? So we're gonna pick a comment from both videos, and then the first video comment is going to be heads, and then the second video comment is going to be tails, right? And then we're going to flip the coin. Whoever wins that coin flip is going to win the turbo and the flange, and whoever loses the coin toss is going to win a swag pack. So no, I don't trust Siri. Actually, I don't think Siri's turned on, so it won't respond. But so that's how we're going to do, right? I appreciate it, guys. Honestly, if y'all could do me a favor, anybody watching this, if you guys, like, in the future videos, man, keep dropping them comments. It really, really helps us out. It's really a big deal, and I really, really appreciate it. I wanted to say thank you for all the awesome comments that there was. There was a lot of good ones, and I had a lot of fun reading. If the Nigerian Prince wins, he had a ton of comments. Yes, so one thing. We're going to make one caveat to this. If the comment that gets picked is some hating ass mofo that has a negative ass comment on the video, we're picking another comment. We ain't giving a hater the turbo. We're giving the supporters the turbo. That's how it works. But also, the random comment picker has a feature, because I've already looked at it, where it will kick out multiples. So like, if you commented 6 times, you're not going to get 6 entries. It'll only give you 1 entry. So good luck to everybody. Let's go ahead and do this. Here, I will refresh this YouTube random comment picker deal, so you guys can see it. Whatever videos, like I said, we did 2 videos. So we're going to do both of those and then a coin flip. So this one was the first one. We're going to get the shareable link. And this one is going to be heads for the coin toss. So we're going to fetch. Anything glues, includes replies. Do not allow duplicates. Check. Bam. So it's going to load up all the comments in there. Oh man, I'm getting excited now. I'm getting excited. Now I want to see the comments like live, but I can't because I'm on here. And we're going to pick a winner. So the first winner is Michael Taylor. Glad to see you smiling, Matt. Smiling again, Matt. I've been a subscriber for a while. I love seeing you get it done on a regular boys budget like most of us out here. Keep your head up and look forward to seeing your next videos. That could not have gone any effing better. Michael Taylor is going to be heads. I feel pretty good about that. Good comment. Awesome, awesome, awesome deal there. I don't know if Michael Taylor's watching, but he is going to be heads on our coin toss. And then now we're going to get the shareable link. Okay, oh shit. Actually, I don't need to write it down. It's on YouTube. Right here. I'll take a picture of it so I remember. Because I'm also going to verify that they're a subscriber. I'm going to verify it's the right person, everything, all that kind of shit. And now we will... Hold on, did I... Let me copy this, get shareable link, yep. And we will refresh this. There we go. And now this is going to be tails. I can't see the comments right now. I'm sure the comment section is crazy. Alright, so tails on the coin. Let me see. I got to pull it up. It's loading up the comments right now. No duplicates. all that kind of good stuff. All right, now we are going to find the tail side of the coin. So Mike is already, he's going to be a winner either way. But what is he going to win? Now we're going to, bam, Wesley White. I've been watching you since bought the Nova, brought the, all right, well, the comment's a little jacked up, but we got Wesley White in there too. So Michael Taylor and Wesley White. And now we're going to, here we go. I got a picture of that. Now we're going to coin toss. All right. So this is what it comes down to right here. Let me get my comments back up. Woo! Are either of those folks watching right now? That would be awesome. All right. So we got Mike Taylor and Wesley White, right? Now we've got a double-sided coin. Right. Ooh. Here we go. Now we're going to coin flip. So the winner of this coin flip is going to go ahead and get the turbo and the flange. And the loser of this coin flip is still going to be a winner because they're going to get a swag pack from us. So here we go. Call it in the air. It's tails. It's tails. So it looks like it's going to be old Wesley. Oh. Let me see here. Wesley White. Bam. That guy, random pickers. Sounds like a couple haters reroll. Thank you guys. Thank you. Look, and like that, a bunch of people logging off because they're not a winner. I see how it really is. Y'all just here for the free shit. So congrats to Wesley. Wesley is going to get the turbo and the flange. And, man, why you guys so mad? Wesley's gonna get the turbo and the flange, and I believe Mike was the name. What was the last name? See, now I forgot already. Michael Taylor is gonna get the swag pack. So congrats to them guys. Man, I really, really appreciate you guys doing this with me. It was quite a bit of fun. You know what I mean? The turbo. It's gonna be sad to see it leave. It's gonna be sad. Man, we got some Russian in the house. Congrats to those guys. I really, like I said, really appreciate it, man. It was. I'm still here. I can't go tell the Nova he lost. That's not how you say my name. Put the comment. Oh, how do I do slow mode? Let me see. I don't know how to do that. Live chat. Pop-up chat. I don't know how to do that. Matt, we really need a roller Chevy. Chris Wade. Thank you, Chris Wade in the house. Congrats to both winners. Man, thank you guys. Now here's the question, right? So, I had a lot of fun with that. I enjoyed it. It's good. I did see all kinds of varying comments on that as well. My question to you guys is, Kevin next, great question. I don't know how to make this thing stop. I want to remember Kevin next question because I will get to that here in a second. My question to you guys is the way that these are typically done, and I understand why. The way that these are typically done is usually, they tell you to go to a website, pick up some merch, pick up some stuff, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. And, then the winner gets chosen from that. I understand that because, I can't just buy turbos every other week to give away. Would you guys, the the people that are left watching now, because the number keeps going down. Would you guys be interested in that? Should we do that? You know, if we should it be more turbo stuff, or, you know, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. It's something that I've thought about. You know, there's been actually a few people that have reached out to me directly and said, like, do that and, you know, that kind of stuff, but I'm not sure. So you guys let me know what you guys think, and if that's something that you're interested in, let me know. I will try to do it. Obviously, you know, this deal was from a sponsorship, so shout out to Max Speeding Rods. They sent me this turbo, and I'll be straight up with you guys. Like, they hit me up, they wanted to do something, they wanted to send me a turbo. I was like, I really don't have any use for a turbo, but maybe somebody watching my channel could. So if you guys are cool with it, you know, like, I'll give it away, but I personally have no use for it right now. So that's how that ended up going down, and I will obviously try to continue to do that, you know, if there's more opportunities. But let me know what you guys think about doing it the other way. Baby Shark, thank you. All right, let me scroll through these comments right quick. Well, there was a question about sponsorships, so let me go through that. Poker Mike, thank you, Poker Mike, in the house. Do whatever you can. Shitbox line and finish. Shitbox would be cool. BTR Turbo Cam Kits. I was a Marine for 8 years. What does your shirt stand for? I'll tell you. So USMC Racing is actually, I want to say used to be, it still is. It's a charity organization that I worked with when I was working for Hot Shot Secret. It's a charity organization in which they take veterans and, as a part of PTSD treatment, put them in race cars, and they race the 24 Hours of Lemons. If you guys don't know what the 24 Hours of Lemons is, you got to look that up. That is the incredibly short, abridged version of what USMC Racing is. Believe it or not, the guy who was heading it up just retired. He was an officer in the Corps, and he just retired, and they actually made him change the name. The United States Marine Corps made him change the name. There was some legal stuff involved there. They said you cannot use USMC Racing, blah 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 blah. So it's now changed to Battle Scarred Motorsports. So if you guys look up Battle Scarred Motorsports, it's an awesome charity. They work directly with veterans, you know, to provide adrenaline therapy for PTSD and obviously a number of other issues. And even, you know, they've got cars, you know, for I'm just gonna, like, I don't know how to say this without being rude, but like handicapped folks, like folks that are, you know, paraplegic and stuff like that. They've got cars, specialty cars that those kind of folks can race in and whatnot. So awesome cause. I've seen it firsthand. I flew down to Texas, was at a 24 Hours Lemons race, spent a weekend with them. I did an incredible video that I love to this day. Hot Shot Secret has it, but boom, 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 boom. I'm not gonna give away shit. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, some people are, some people aren't. My thing is just, you know, how do I say thank you? All right, so another question. Still barbecue listening. There was a question somebody asked, and I don't remember the exact question because I've already scrolled past it, but asking about sponsorships. How do you get sponsorships? Sponsorships is a business. It is a business transaction. Understanding that will take you way further than anything else. If you understand that sponsorships are a business transaction and not a sponsorship, you will understand it way further than anything else. The reason, you know, honestly, it's about marketing yourself. I'm not gonna bullshit you. It's about who you know. You know, majority of them are about who you know. It's, you know, very rarely do you just reach out to a company, cold call, and they're like, yeah, we totally want to work with you. But it is possible if you've got your shit together. if you understand the back end of marketing and numbers and you know, understanding that, hey, this is what I can do for the company, and that's what the number one question always has to be. In sponsorships, the question is, what can I do for the company, not what can the company do for me? And it should always be that way. A lot of people, you know, this is not public information, but I will share with you little tidbits. Brad from Snake Eater just recently sent me a text message that said, hey, you know, I wanted to thank you for how up to date you've kept me on, or how much effort you've put into keeping me up to date on everything with the car. And that is a part of it. Flip side of that, you know, I have a coupon code for the Snake Eater website. People do use that. We can track how much in sales that coupon code has generated. When you have information like that, it makes deals like, you know, putting up some money to buy a car a lot easier. So the tips would be, get out there, do everything you can. You have to be a personable person. You have to be willing to shake hands, kiss babies, knock on doors, do whatever, be a good conversationalist. But you have to also constantly in the back of your mind have, what can I do for a company? What value can I provide to a company? Another huge thing. Honestly, you're going to have a 10 times easier time trying to go for any other company in the world besides a car parts company or an automotive company. Reason being, automotive company, we are their customers. So why would they want to give us shit for free? We're their customers. They know we got to buy their stuff. But the local bar and grill down the street, you're going to have a 10 times better shot with them than you will with national car parts companies. So. All right, let me scroll through these comments here. Broken Motor Nova piston. I've got some broken parts. Oh man. I'm out of the baby kissing thing. You're a better man than me. It's true. It's you know, that's what it is. And honestly, it gets you have to know, you know, being sponsored in itself is a full-time job. And if you're not treating it that way, then you're probably not going to be very successful. It goes one of two ways, right? You can either, if you got 1 million subscribers on YouTube, it's easy. Companies come to you, they just throw shit at you, they give you whatever they want, they just want to be a part of your team. So you either have to have something where everybody wants to be a part of your team and they're willing to bend over backwards to be a part of your team. You know, for example, Cletus, like, people, can you imagine like how many people just want to be a part of the Cletus's team? Like, they're willing to bend over backwards to make it happen, everything. So you can either build your race program to that level to where you do so well and you are, you know, either you're winning every race, you know, out there, or you have such a presence there, you have such a following and everything that just people want to be a part of your program no matter what. Which is a very, very, very small percentage of people that actually get it like that and have it like that. You know, some people we know get it like that. People want to be a part of their team and they throw shit at them and it is what it is and whatever. The large majority, I believe, of sponsored, you know, racers, it's work. It is putting forth that effort. You know, it is putting forth the energy and the time. And, you know, I've got, you know, I send the sponsors pictures and video clips and, you know, do different shout outs, and there's all kinds of stuff I do. You know, Kyle from Hot Shots, I have a great relationship with Hot Shots, and that's the other thing too, is it's about relationships. Brad from Snake Eater, have a great relationship with Brad from Snake Eater on a personal level that is way beyond racing and sponsorship. Kyle from Hot Shots, great relationship with Kyle that is way beyond racing and sponsorship. You know, Brian over at Rocket Track Glue, you know, I've got a great relationship with him. Not as long as I've had with Brad or with Kyle. We're working on that, but I've got a great relationship with him. Everybody that you work with and you have these deals with, you know, Shitbox, I got a great relationship with them, but that's just myself. But it's about relationships, and you know, knowing people and having that and putting forth the effort and the work. And you know, Kyle's one of the ones that said, like, I do a yearly letter. I usually do like a yearly letter and gift, and it kind of goes over everything that I've accomplished over the year, different highlights, different statistics, all that kind of shit. And I'm gonna read these comments in a second. And all of that kind of shit. And Kyle told me from Hot Shots, they sponsor all kinds of people. They're involved in motorsports crazily, like not just drag racing, you know, tractor pulling, big rig racing, you know, they're all, their motorsports is all encompassing, not just drag racing. And Kyle's like, you know, it's funny, you send the letter and the gift, and you know, I can count on one hand how many of my sponsored racers did that this year. And I've got a lot of sponsored racers. And so it's stuff like that. You know, sponsorship is a whole thing. I've seen people teach classes, sell classes, everything. I mean, I could probably do the same if I really wanted to. But then the flip side to that too is I have become a lot more selective of what I do with sponsorships, right? Because at the end of the day, you have to want to work with people for a long term. It is a long-term partnership. There's a committed relationship. You know, talking about like the sponsored ads and videos, you know, those are really pretty simple. We get a sponsored ad in a video. That is in exchange a dollar amount for this sponsored ad. That dollar amount I look at and I go, is it the right dollar amount? Is it going to help me progress my racing program further? Is the product that we are exchanging for the dollar amount, is it something that I feel like I can do in a way that is going to be entertaining to my audience? If I can't make you laugh in a sponsored ad, I don't want to do it. So those are really pretty cut and dry, but that's a one video thing. You know what I mean? Sometimes 2, 3, you know, you get a couple, but it's usually just a one and done, a quick wash your hands, at least for us right now in the way that it's working. But that just comes from building a YouTube channel. So true, sponsorship is struggle in itself, yeah. I do have an amazing woman. Days of Our Lives airs every day at 1. I don't know what's going on in the comments above there, but what's a good 4K camera that won't break the bank? Blah, 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 blah. I know you've done a lot of shooting for yourself or anything. I would tell you this. There is a camera that is about to come out. I forget what it is. It's a Canon. I'm a Canon guy. Right now, I've got a Sony camcorder, which works great. That is for certain things. And then I've got the Fuji X-T2, which is actually Billy and Tommy's old camera. And that thing has things that it is good for specifically, but overall, I would like to have something else. I'd like to go back to a Canon. I was really happy with the Canon. Now I can't. Oh, there it is. Canon EOS R10. This one, $13.79 with the lens. You can pre-order it. It's coming out in a couple months. I think that one is going to be huge. I think that one is going to be huge. Appreciate it. All right. So, oh, what's up, Juan? Oh, well, so Amp, I'm not sure where this comment section is going, but I see Amp's comment. Won't watch Street Fake Outlaws for nothing. You guys got to realize, right? What happens there is Street Outlaws is is and probably always will be a television show first, right? Whether or not you guys want to believe it, because I feel like anybody who's here right now is, is into racing. The thing is, the general public of America likes drama. That's why there's 47 seasons of the Bachelor and of Survivor and all this shit, because it's all the same thing over and over and over again, and it's just drama. They just are using racing as the medium to feed the drama, which is what 90% of the general public is watching it for, and that's what pays the bills, so they got to do it. So I understand, if you take a look at it and you understand that that's what it is, and you can say, you've got two choices. You can, one, you can not watch it, or two, you can say, I'm going to watch it for the things that I want to watch it for, which is the racing. Without a doubt, the racing is real. I have been there. I have been on set, multiple times. The racing is real. You can't fake a drag race, but the, you can sit there and you can go, okay, so I just want to watch it for the parts that I want to see, which is the racing. Whereas most people watch it because of the drama. I just want to see race cars go down the street. Bam. So, yeah, they went more towards drama than TV for the racing. Yeah. I mean, that's it. That's just the way that it works, because they realized what's going to sell. Remember when Fast and Furious movies used to be about racing? And then they realized that the drama and all this bullshit and the explosions and all that, that's what sells. Matt, you are correct. When I was on History Channel, first thing they said to me was, this is reality TV, we have to make it interesting. Absolutely. When I did Getaway Driver, when I did that television show, there was a friend of mine that was there. I had some friends that I knew previously that went on that show, and then I had some friends that I made while I was on that show. When we got there, one of my friends gave me the absolute best advice that I think I could have gotten. And he said, hey, remember, we're just here to make great TV. And that one stuck with me. That one hit me, and I said, you know what? We're here to make great television. That's what it is. Believe it or not, I don't know. I don't know if you guys have watched any of anybody else's stuff, or anybody else who's involved in that show, or I made a Facebook group for it and everything. I know firsthand, personally, because I was there. I know that some people did not have a great experience. I had an amazing experience. I had the time of my life. It was the most fun shit I've ever done. If they asked me, will you do it again, I would sign up tomorrow, bam, in a heartbeat. I would do all the stupid shit all over again. I'd spend a whole bunch of money building a car in 2 weeks just to go fucking destroy it and everything, but have a blast, because it really, the act of doing it was a whole lot of fun. But I think that people, if you heard that anybody, I don't know if anybody's been public about that, whatever, but if you heard that anybody had a negative experience, the thing that I can say is they didn't get the advice that I got, and they didn't approach it the same way that I did. Those people loved me over there. Like, when I went over there, I made their job super easy. Number one, as you guys can tell, I'm sitting here talking to you. I'm very comfortable in front of a camera. I can spit stuff off. If you guys remember back in the day, like when I used to flag the Detroit Hood TV races and stuff, and like people would walk up to me with a camera on a live stream, and there'd be like 5 fucking people watching, and they'd be like, give me a race update, and I would just spit some stuff off the top of the head. And my weather reports, usually those are just off the cuff, boom, 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 boom. boom. So my buddy told me we're here to make good TV. I did everything that I thought I could to make good TV, and it was a blast. I had a ton of fun doing it. I would love to do it again. Matt, I asked this question. What's your take on this? What's the future of no prep now that big money is catching up and taking over the sport, which is what created the beginning? You know, the future of no prep is, it's tough because right now, excuse me, right now is very, very hard for a lot of people just across the country in general. You know, gas prices are through the roof. You know, some people, COVID fucked their shit up, like legitimately. People lost jobs, like there's all kinds of stuff. I think that no prep is very, very popular, and we're gonna have a couple problems. One of those problems is that it's gonna become watered down. You know, everybody and their brother is throwing a no prep race now, and 99.99% of those no prep races are all the same. It's the same fucking thing over and over again. It's no prep. It's $250. It's flashlight start. It's all the same thing. There's nothing different about any of those 99.99% of races. Stop me when I'm lying. It's all the same shit. That's why I feel so strongly about the shitbox no prep, because I feel like it is different. And if I'm wrong, y'all can correct me, but it is different. It's about different things. It's not about big money payouts. It's about enjoying yourself in racing. It's about introducing people to that side of the sport. It's about, you know, king shit getting out there and acting a fool. And if you guys have not seen the videos, I tech the cars and everything else, and I make fun of people all day long, and I give people the back tire or the car length of the hit, and all that kind of stuff. So it's the only, in my opinion, it's the only no prep that I think is any different. So we're gonna have problems where it gets watered down because everybody and their brother can do it, blah 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 blah. Real problem is going to be if a sanctioning body steps in. If NHRA gets their hands on no prep, it's fucking finished. I can almost guarantee you that. Because the problem is when any organization or when anything steps in and says, hey, this is ours now, 9 times out of 10, what happens is they don't step in and say, hey, this is really great. We want to be involved in it. We want to leave it exactly how it is. You guys are doing a great fucking job. Leave it how it is. What usually happens is they step in and they want to change something. Oh, well, we're going to do it our way. We're going to change it. We're going to make it better. And usually that's not the right answer, because if you could have done it, you'd have done it to start with. So I think that, you know, that stuff is going to change now that money's involved. I think you have to have other classes. I don't know the answer. You know, the answer, you know, used to be 28, 10, 5 non-W and let it ride. It's not the answer anymore. You know, it doesn't work that way anymore. The 28, 10, 5 non-W is not the equalizer anymore. The surface is not the equalizer anymore. When you've got people bringing $150,000 cars to race $15,000 cars, the tire size isn't going to make the difference. I'm sorry. A lot of people don't like that. I'm even more sorry that I don't know the answer. I don't know how to fix that. I don't know how to break the cars up into better appropriate classes, you know, to make it work. You know, I think we're trying. You know, I'm doing the FM Pro Mod class, and then we're doing a small block nitrous 28s class for the pro classes at Shitbox. Then we've got the Shitbox classes, which is all just a party anyway. But you know, you're gonna have people that are gonna look at this and go, hey, I have the money, I have the resources. Don't get me wrong, the money and the resources can only get you so far. You got to be good at it. You know what I mean? You got to be dedicated. There's other parts of it, but money and resources can take you a large bit of the way. You know, if I could hire somebody, you know, if I had tremendous amounts of money, I could hire anybody. Blah 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 blah. Traction control doesn't fucking matter. Like, traction control versus non-traction control, it doesn't matter. That's not it. Like, and that's what I'm saying. People think it's so simple. Like, oh, well, just get rid of traction control. That's going to fix it. No, it doesn't have shit to do with traction control. That's the problem, is everybody thinks it does, but it really doesn't. Sorry. But, I don't know what the answer is. I know that I very much enjoy it. I enjoy the challenge. And at this point in time, money has not completely taken over yet. The same thing could be said about any other class of racing in the world. Go race X275. Money and resources are going to take you stupid far. Will you win X275 with just money and resources? No, you probably got to have talent too. But no normal guy, like, I can't go race X275 right now. I get my shit pushed in, like, and I know it, and I got no problem with it. I'm happy with racing where I fit in, and right now that's where I fit in. Will it be that way? I feel bad for guys in 3, 4, 5 years, because, like, I had to get the Camaro. I'm probably gonna name the Camaro Pyrite. And if you don't know what Pyrite is the technical name for Fool's Gold, and I think the reason I'm gonna name it Pyrite is because it's kind of everything that I wish Fool's Gold was. It's everything that I wanted Fool's Gold to be. The twin turbo LS, the E85, you know what I mean, the lightweight, the whole thing. But I'm still behind the 8-ball. Like, everybody in the comments, you know what I mean, race Billy's Nova. Like, Billy's my boy, number one. He has the time slips from that car. Like, there's no secret there. The thing is, I don't know if it's just people on the internet don't get it. Time limit, we've got 19 minutes left. If people on the internet just don't get it, or what, or like you guys don't have an understanding, Billy has a big block, huge twin turbo engine that is probably capable of making 2,500 horsepower. That Camaro sitting outside is a 325 cubic inch Gen 3 5.3 that is probably capable of making 800 to 900 currently the way that it's set up. It could probably make more with a couple internal upgrades and blah 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 blah. Racing Billy would be a waste of my time. Like, I'm going to get my shit pushed in. But what I know is that vehicle, if it does what I think it's going to do on some of these surfaces where the surface limits how fast you can go, I will be a lot more competitive than I was. I'm taking a huge leap forward, a huge leap forward from where the racing program was. Camaro needs some gold wheels, 200% different car. Donk racing, as long as you're still enjoying it, like I know you are, it's all that matters. Leaps and bounds. Yeah, I love it. Like, I love, like, my favorite thing is letting go of the button and feeling whatever happens for the next blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Untruthful, but no, I don't know that I'm saying anything untruthful, but they're ignorant. Like, foot racing, moped, Catwoman loves donks. If y'all race on ice, it's anyone's game, bro. That's the other thing. Oh, not so much now, but I hate when people used to say this, because this is what people don't understand, right? I tried talking to people about this, whatever. Like, people used to be like, well, I want to go down to Dig or Die because the surface is so shitty and blah, 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 so I've got a real chance. No, the fuck you don't. Let me explain why. The reason you don't have a real chance is because when the surface is that shitty, you have to have a 550 car, a car that is capable of running 550s, in order to go 650s on that surface. Because people will go 650s, but they're going to do it with a car that's capable of running 550s. If your car is only capable of running 650s, that means you let go of the button, it hooks and books, it does everything it does, it gives it all it's got. It's going to run 750s at that surface. So it's not that simple. It's not that simple. Don't get me wrong, I love it. I absolutely love it. I think that Camaro outside is probably capable of like a solid 590. Like, I think we can make it happen. We can put it down. So we're definitely going to be a lot more competitive. But what kind of car do you have? What kind of car do I have? I've got like 5, so pick one. Put 26s on full school and go donk racing, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how they make them cars work. Those heavy ass wheels, those skinny ass tires. I don't know. What was the name of the TV show you were on? The name of the TV show was called Getaway Driver. What does the Camaro have for brakes? Junk. The Camaro, the front end of the Camaro, I believe is like Ford Pinto style or some shit. Factory style disc brakes. It's got drums in the rear. I have disc brakes for the rear that are on the other rear end that I could eventually swap out, whatever, blah blah blah. More live streams, please. Love this shit. I mean, well, just y'all got me talking shit now. I don't think Matt has the skill to run Dig or Die. It's funny because I see the name, but I've been to Dig or Die multiple times, and I've raced on the street out there and in the event, and I've never once heard Willie Giles, so I'll leave that at that. 5 big. Have we announced the winner? Yes, we had 2 winners. The winner of the Turbo. Now I gotta look at the names. We ended up doing, because I did 2 videos, so we ended up doing 2 winners. And the winner of the Turbo was Wesley White, and the winner of the Swag Pack, which I added, which was a new thing, is Michael Taylor. Getaway Driver, yeah. Is the Nigeria Prince. Do you plan on racing NOLA again? Absolutely. NOLA, it's NOLA is more of a, like, I'm not going to NOLA this time of year or August. I'll tell you guys exactly what happens. I'll be straight up 100% honest with you. October, November, December, the way that money works on YouTube, it's based on advertising revenue, and there's a constant bidding war going on in the background, and blah 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 blah, and that's how we get paid on YouTube. In October, November, December, it is the highest advertising rates of the year. Obviously, Black Friday, Christmas, the whole deal, right? So in January, because you get paid after, you know what I mean, whatever. So like in the months following October, November, December, you make probably, any YouTuber is probably going to make the most amount of money they make all year in a single month is probably going to be the month of November, maybe December, depends on how it works. So when you get paid a month later, blah, 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 blah. That's why we want to go down to NOLA in January, because it's cold up here and we've got money to make the trip. So there's that. Yeah, but if you can con those track guys to a shit service than a 5.0 car, get beat by a 6.0 car. Yes, but the problem is nobody's doing that anymore. Everybody's figured out no prep. Not figured out, but like, it used to be like you would go and you'd be like, how the fuck are these guys getting down? And now everybody knows. Like, now everybody knows how they're getting down. And it's not traction control. Not that it doesn't help, but you know what I mean? What track, good question, what track has been your favorite to race at? Just so you guys know, we've only got like 11 more minutes before the GoPro times itself out. What track has been your favorite race at? What's your favorite street spot? Favorite street spot, as of right now, I would have to say has been NOLA, just because the pad is a bucket list spot. Like, especially from a guy that lives in Delaware, up on the East Coast, like to go all the way to Louisiana to go to the pad and bring a car, incredibly awesome. I also had a ton of fun at Kansas City. Wished I could have had a car out there and everything. So there's that. Track wise, one of my favorite places definitely is English Mountain. Always have a blast out there. You know, always a good time. Always enjoyable. You know, I enjoy KD. Cincy street nights. You know, out there at Edgewater. It's hard. Like I enjoy the races that are smaller places, run down shitholes, hometown feel. The crowd is right there with you. Nobody's like, you know, nobody feels like they can't just walk up to you in the pits and say what's up and bullshit and talk. Like that's the kind of stuff I love. And I love tracks that either are incredibly sketchy, have some kind of cool feature, like something you want to see. Like Katie's got the hill. You know, believe it or not, English Mountain has a hill too. We just never talk about it. Um, but also English Mountain is close to other cool shit in Tennessee and all that kind of stuff. So Willie's a bot confirmed. Hmm. You got big plans for the 4th? Not really. I just, you know what I mean? My plans are racing. Oh, War in the Woods. I see somebody commented War in the Woods. I would love to. I would love to go to War in the Woods. I have not been there yet. Would love to go. Yeah, people just roasting people in the comments. What's your thoughts on Beach Bend Park in Kentucky? I've never been, so I don't have any thoughts, unfortunately.